Okay, a little too sad. That one's a little too sad. Put it earlier in the thing where it's like, yeah, we're having fun.
Early on in the documentary, we see a little bit of your stand-up, and you tell a story about how you and Katie had met your surrogate over Skype, which I think maybe at the time felt a little odd or different, but now.
Well, it was also like the way that it works with surrogacy is, or in our instance was sort of, it's like a place connecting you with a potential surrogate in another state. And the only realistic way to meet is sort of on Skype and then have this strange, very personal conversation where you're talking about like, having a child. How
has it changed day to day for you and work and that sort of thing?
Work is, in a certain way on hold, though I guess I'm doing interviews and promoting, a movie that we made, a few years ago. I'm just focused on like getting through all this. I'm sort of working in that anything I can do that feels normal or sort of enjoyable. I'm doing, but largely I'm just trying to like just do stuff with my son where he's not like, why are there no more cafes, and why is friendship, why is everyone on a computer?
This is the final ever Eugene Mirman Comedy Festival.
We have such a wonderful show for you tonight. So many of my favorite people have come.
You know who doesn't say mozzarella? People from Italy.
When the movie premiered, somebody was like, well, why didn't you just scale it up? Like, why didn't you just, I don't know, do it at like a giant theater or like at a Rita or whatever? And it was like, we weren't trying to start like a promotional company, of like, or like a book, like we just were doing this fun thing, and those were the parameters of it. But also Julie and I moved to Massachusetts, her before me. And it just, it became sort of like not quite feasible to go back to New York to do this thing, aside from just like, big life-changing things.
In my head, I'm conjuring ideas now of what this scaled up version of the festival looks like. It's like, are there sponsored booths and DJs or?
Well, I think the truth is it's like anything you think of as like a large scale, like festival, like in a field, like in Central Park or whatever. Like, it's not like it couldn't be done. It's just not what we're trying to do. Like, if someone was like, here's like $6 million, like put on a thing and let's like book all the hotel rooms. Like, I don't know. That's like, I just wanted to do some fun shows.
What parts of it year after year did feel like the work of it?
Well, you'd have to brainstorm ideas. Maybe the second year we had a pig roast, and then every year we were like, we have to do a pig roast again. So I think like we kept like anything like feeling like we had to do something funny and odd. We did like a caviar eating contest where I went to Brighton Beach and just bought a lot of very inexpensive caviar, and things like that. But it ended up being like both really neat, but also just a great deal of work.
Eugene Mirman!
Thank you.
He was huge, if not, I would say, the biggest influencer.
If it wasn't for you, I would have not made it in New York, and I would have moved back to Chicago.
When did it ever feel, if at all, did it ever feel like, oh, this is a scene and this is a specific moment? I imagine if anything, not until people are moving away. And
yeah, I think and people started moving away over a long period of time. Like I moved to New York in 2000. So the first 5-6 years, there was a lot of people, and then they slowly started moving to LA, where there is just so much more work. Lots of industries have a place that's a hub, and for comedy and entertainment, it's largely LA. But it always felt like a warm community, especially with a lot of the people that I was friends with and that we were coming up together.
Eugene has never really talked about his personal life in his comedy. Ever.
Terminal illness, more like bus terminal. Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just at a complete loss and very, very sad.
It also feels like this great tribute to your wife and your relationship and your family. How, at this point, you wrapped filming it a couple years back, for the most part, the bulk of filming. How has it felt to revisit it more recently in promoting it?
So she passed away, 2 months ago. We got to premiere it a year ago. So she came to the premiere at South by Southwest, and we screened it at a few festivals, and she came to those, and that was really nice. It's bittersweet. Like there's something like lovely to get to talk about her and have this be out. And it's also just really, really strange to not be able to share it with her and to not ever be here, so it's, yeah, it's, I think like everything, it's not one thing, like it's neither happy nor sad. It's sort of everything.
Yeah, certainly.
I mean, the pandemic doesn't help.
Right.
I am disappointed that there's a pandemic.
Yeah, unfortunately. Dang.
I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Down the line, when Ollie watches this, what do you think he'll kind of take away about his mother?
I mean, I think that she was sort of, he'll have so much more than the movie.
Sure.
To take, it would be funny if I like don't say anything and then one day I'm like, watch this, Oliver, now that you're 17. But I mean, I think that he'll take away that she was sort of very strong and sweet and very funny. I think it'll be, I don't know, it'll be strange probably watching it. I guess I don't know. Like I think I don't know how he'll interpret it. I think I can say that Katie and I were excited to make it partially as a document to an era, and then also as a document of us and her, and a way to remember. In general, I think like we have I have boxes of stuff of Katie's from throughout her life, and memories and photographs, and all these things were really important to her, and I have a lot of those things, and I think this movie will be one of those components, which is a really important memory and a really important document of a time that I think she was very excited for Ollie to have. And what he thinks of it, we'll find out in 10 to 17 years.
Yeah, at midnight when he turns 17.
Midnight, the day he turns 21, I will buy him some Aperol. I do think it's very much about, making it to the next day. And I think it's very much about finding any joy you can, in small ways, throughout. So yeah, I think and Katie was, really, really good at that. Like we made a real point of trying to do something either every day or every week or every month, however it was, that, we could do as a family or together, so I do think that finding ways to have moments of joy is very important, and laughing and humor. I think it's some people are like, oh, is this a good time to joke around? And the answer is yes, it's the best. Yeah. Meaning it's the most necessary. Like the other best time is when you're just having a nice time.
Right. I
don't mean don't go to fun dinner parties, but yeah.
Right. No offense to anyone involved in the organizing of it. What a horrific evening.
Thank you.